I'm Nito the GNTG and welcome to Raging D. As you can see, today we're going to talk about Sailor Moon and I don't think I'm properly dressed for this, so that's more like it. Now that I'm prepared, let's talk about this beast of a manga and prepare to be punished in the name of the moon. It's time to talk about the Sailor Moon manga. Many of you may already know about Sailor Moon, but for the people that don't, let's make a quick introduction. It was created by Naoko Takeuchi in 1991 and was published by Kodansa's Nakayoshi magazine for 7 years, from 1991 to 1997. It is 52 chapters long and it created a huge fan base of people that still love the show for the unique and powerful characters, the nice storylines and the themes it contains throughout the series. Usually, I was going to say a little bit about the art, a little bit about the story, give my opinion, and we're done. But today we're going to do something different. We're going to talk about the entire manga. It's an every story arc, say a few things, explain the story and how it goes and all that. But how can we begin something like that? Simple. From our main character. Our story begins with the introduction of Tsukino Usagi, a hyperactive airhead that neglects her studies and likes to have fun, play video games, and live a somewhat carefree life. As you can see, she's not the brightest, the smartest, or the most hardworking person, but she's charismatic, compassionate, and an all-around, genuinely good person that cares about her friends and for everyone. One day, she meets a black cat putting band-aids on her head. She discovers that under the bandage, the cat had a spot like a crescent moon on her forehead. The same night, Usagi is woken up by this cat in her room. But this isn't a simple cat. This is Luna, that speaks and says that she has been looking for Usagi. She is a senshi and gives her a transformation brooch. And with that, Usagi shouts the magic words, "Moon Prism Powered, make up!" and transforms into Sailor Moon, a pretty guardian fighting for love and justice. We quickly learn that Sailor Moon is one of the soldiers that protect the princess and she needs to find the other soldiers so that their true mission can begin, finding the silver crystal. More on that a little bit later. Luna discovers the rest of the soldiers and they become a team. After Usagi, we see the quiet, kind and hardworking Mizuno Amy, who becomes Sailor Mercury, the serious, reserved and collected Hina that transforms to Sailor Mars, the strong, tall, masculine but with a heart of gold Kino Makoto, who is Sailor Jupiter. Lastly, when those four meet and become a team, the last member reveals herself. She is no other than Sailor V, or Aino Minako. She was the first person to appear in Japan as a Sailor Scout, fighting crime with the help of Artemis, another talking cat that was working together with Luna. But it's now revealed that she is Sailor Venus, and also Serenity, the princess of the Kingdom of the Moon. While Sailor Moon was finding the other soldiers, Queen Beryl, the commander of the Dark Kingdom, was sending her soldiers to Earth to find the silver crystal. Since this crystal is capable of extraordinary feats, from fending off evil and making it good, to even reviving dead people, she wanted to obtain it. Another person who was hunting for the crystal was Tuxedo Mask. He is no other than Chiba Mamoru, a person that Usagi would often bump into. He would make fun of her, but they quickly developed feelings for each other. Also, as Tuxedo Mask, he would try to protect Sailor Moon and the others, while he was looking for clues. Unfortunately, when Tuxedo Mask was mortally wounded trying to protect Sailor Moon, it revealed that she was Serenity, the Princess of the Moon, and Mamoru was Endymion, Prince of Earth, and they were in a relationship. We also find the truth about the four generals of Queen Beryl. They were the four generals of Earth, alongside Prince Endymion, and to top it all, Sailor Moon tears turned into the silver crystal, and its light went into Mamoru. Sailor Moon and the other sailors travel to Silver Millennium, the Kingdom of the Moon, to find more about their past lives. Then, After a long battle, we reach a point where we see the true mastermind behind Queen Beryl, Queen Metalia, who reveals herself, managing to engulf the Earth in dark energy, spreading destruction and evil to everyone. Sailor Moon defeats her, but only after combining the energy of the full silver crystal along with the power of the other sailors and from the Moon Kingdom. At the end, Sailor Moon manages to defeat her, but her brooch gets destroyed in the process due to the power. Then Queen Serenity appears. We see Usagi and Mamoru a life of joy, leaving a new brooch for her, and with her newfound powers and the silver crystal, she manages to heal and restore the world. The Dark Kingdom arc, it's a really good introductory story. It manages to show the inner sailors, show their personalities a little bit, and also we see Crystal Tokyo, Queen Serenity and their backstory, and the wars between the Moon and the Earth Kingdom. Unfortunately, I do find the brainwashing of Mamoru from Metaria a little bit silly, since they had problems between deciding if it was him or not. It's practically the same person, how were you confused? Best moment though, it's the gala that Usagi went, since that chapter set in motion all the events that led to the final battle. Another thing that the last chapter set up was the next arc almost immediately. The Black Moon Clan and the arrival of Chibiusa. Those new enemies come from a dark planet, Nemesis, the 10th planet of our solar system. They have the power of the Dark Crystal. They defeat and capture every Sailor Senshi, with Usagi feeling useless because she can't stop them. And at the worst possible time, Chibiusa steals Usagi's brooch, putting everyone in danger. When the others find her, they demand the truth from Chibiusa, and she says that she is from the 30th century, where Black Moon Clan has destroyed her homeland, and everyone decides to go there to find more information. When they arrive, we see for the first time Sailor Pluto, the guardian of the Time Gate. Plus, we also learn that Chibiusa is a princess as well, and we see Diana, the daughter of Luna and Artemis. We immediately begin a small info dump about Chibiusa being the kid of Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, how they have lived for so many years thanks to the powers of the Silver Crystal, and how Crystal Tokyo, the new kingdom of the moon, created by Usagi and Mamoru of the future, was in shambles after the attacks of the Black Moon Clan. Unfortunately, Sailor Moon becomes ill, since she and Neo Queen Serenity can't be close for each other, being the same person after all, and they decide to go back. But Sailor Moon gets abducted and is in grave danger because her silver crystal isn't working because
wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff.
Usagi is transported to Nemesis, the Black Moon planet, and she manages to find her friends, but because of the energy of the Black Crystal, they can't transform. At the same time, we learn how Chibiusa was the cause of the current state of Neo Serenity, since she stole the Silver Crystal right before the Black Kingdom attacked. Also, Chibiusa loses the space-time key, making her unable to find her way back to Sailor Pluto, and to top it all, when the wise man appeared in front of her, telling her he can give her power, she agrees to go with him. And then we're introduced to Black Lady, the adult form of Chibiusa, having brainwashed Mamoru as well, making him her bodyguard and plaything. She tries to go into the kingdom to attack Neo Serenity, but Sailor Moon and the others have managed to free themselves and transform again, and they drive her away. Black Lady then manages to obtain both silver crystals, but Prince Demande, a general of the Wise Men, trades her and steals them, and right before he combines them, Sailor Pluto stops him by freezing time, dying in the process. Seeing her only friend die because of her mistakes makes Chibiusa reform, restoring her, and becomes Sailor Chibi Moon. Then we see Wise Man's true form, Nemesis, the dark energy of the planet, being the mastermind behind everything. Now when his powers put everyone in danger, Sailor Chibi Moon and Sailor Moon combine their powers and manage to defeat him, destroying Sailor Moon brutes in the process. And then, with Neo Queen Serenity and Kingdom Neo restored, she bestows a new brute to Sailor Moon and stronger powers to the other sailors. Chibiusa bids them farewell, thanking them for the help, and after almost a day, she returns with a letter from the Queen, asking Sailor Moon to train Chibiusa as a full-fledged sailor soldier. Again, the Black Moon arc is one of the most memorable arcs because of all the characters and stories introduced. It had the appearances of many characters like Sailor Pluto, Neo Queen Serenity, King Endymion, Crystal Tokyo, and it showed a future for our main character. The stakes were higher, and the chapter had a little bit of breathing space, since it didn't begin immediately the next story arc, like it happened with the Dark Kingdom saga. Unfortunately, this arc had some of the most irritating occurrences. First of all, Chibiusa. I want to say that I really hate this character from the beginning. She arrives out of the blue. The first thing she does is to pull a gun out and demands the silver crystal from Usagi. Then brainwashes Usagi family, making them think that she's one of their kids, doesn't say to the others where she's from and what her purpose is, but only when it's too late. Another thing is that she steals the brooch from Usagi, causing a lot of trouble. Later we see that she has done this again, but for Neo Queen Serenity's brooch, again causing a lot of trouble for everyone, and especially for Serenity, because that was the reason as to why she ended up in that comatose state and kinda dooming Crystal Tokyo. She also betrayed them, got brainwashed and transformed into Black Lady, brainwashed Mamoru as well, having some weird incest tendencies because, after all, he is her father. And let's not forget Sailor Pluto, who died because of her stupidity! Everything would have been better if, when she first arrived, she explained to everyone what her purpose is and what she wanted to do. Because let's not forget, Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask, Usagi and Mamoru are her parents. She had zero reasons not to trust them, but no, she's a spoiled little brat. Also, this is broken, so another thing is that the other inner sailors got a new transformation, and the first time they did it, it failed. It makes those transformations feel weaker and terrible from the ones they already had. The script kinda leaves the inner sailors. From this arc and their own, the inner sailors don't have a major part to play. This will happen again and again and again. This is the fall-off point for all of them, because it started showing how powerless they were, and only Sailor Moon was the big savior and the one that had new powers, had new transformations, and could solve everything. We will going to see a little bit later about that stuff, but for now they act as a power-up to Sailor Moon because he has all those forms, etc, etc. So yeah, those were the first two arcs. Chibiusa kinda left me in shambles because I really feel she's a complete stupid character, and especially in this arc. In the next episode, where we're going to talk about the 3 other arcs and a few more, you can already see them behind my back and all that, we're going to go a little bit further to the story and end it. So, I'm going to end this video with this. I hope you liked it. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and all those social stuff. Smash that like button and all that, yeah. And if you did enjoy, please stick around for my next part of this review. I'm Anti-G, this was Raging G, this was Sailor Moon Part 1, and until next time, keep reading. That was all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you had any problems, any issues, please do tell me in the comments down below. I'm going to read each and every one of them. And until next time, see ya. Yeah, also I didn't wear the full suit, so yeah. Woof!